Just waiting on the rest of the folks here, and then we'll get going. And we'll get going. First matchup looks to be Porsap, a rogue, versus Whatevs, a druid. See what shakes out here. Nice relaxing in-game music. A warm-up here. Rogue versus warrior. See if this is an indication of things to come. Jason leaves raid group smartly so that Mac does not know where he is based off of the map location. Very strategic in a dual warm-up. He's got an ambush opener. Mac is out of it though, pretty easily, pretty steadily here. Kaysen trying to do what he can. Back and forth here. We may actually have to put on some scrolling text so we know what everybody's doing here. Mac is currently getting his base beat off. Nice stun. Reset. Currently netted and rended. Mac not looking too good though. And that's all she wrote. Call it a day. Jason for the first pickup on the duel. See if we can get the wrong one. We need to bring up scrolling tech targets. Settings, add-ons, rolling text. I don't know if we're gonna actually be able to do that. Not targets. Oh, they are targets. I'm not a target. Yep. We'll have to deal with it. Nade's going out. Toshi closed the gap here. Nice frost trap. See what happens here. Trying to get away. No time to bandage though. Still crippling poisoned. Toshi, now he's got to close the gap. Hunter's Mark doing some work. That is all she wrote. Pick up for you. Too far away, couldn't heal him. Why can I not heal anybody here? Awkward. I guess we don't really need my sound down here since that's not doing any good. Music we can on. Sound that high though. Okay. Waiting on the start, really. Dependent on them. Hopefully they show up. This is awkward otherwise. Very awkward. Not looking too good for turnout here. Not looking at all. We'll see what happens. Oof. Hunters are gonna be tough. Hunters are gonna be. That exciting music, though. And we wait.
Yo, yo, yo.
Hey, DJ.
So apparently most people are not gonna come, and then I'm just gonna fix the brackets here, and we can start. So does everyone know the rules? You want me to read them for you guys?
Hope everyone looked it over.
Who else might we be waiting for?
Oh, we're missing quite a bit of people.
Yeah.
But I don't think we're waiting.
All right.
Let's just fix the brackets and then.
By the way, if you guys go to that link I posted in PvP chat, you can see what I'm doing to the brackets right now. You can see how it looks like. Because we only have 12 people in the tournament right now, and this format is supposed to support like 16 people, so we're probably still gonna have these qualifier matches before the actual tournament. I hope that's okay.
isn't going very well. Short
I don't think they
7
got 12
people.
I think Structure doesn't really well. I got 11.
Yeah, you got 11 people.
Oh yeah, I didn't move Marth. Okay. That's right.
Damn, Muckify 10,000 IQ.
No, that was good. That was
Okay, so I have 11 people.
Nick, why aren't you using traps? There you go.
It's over now. Should be.
Finish him off.
Yo,
Dead.
why don't you have a main hand?
Just waiting. We'll mute.
I'm not ready. I don't have any of the macros or anything set.
We'll
It's a fist fight?
Yeah.
Okay, so can you guys see the brackets?
Yeah. Oh, they completely changed.
Yeah, because they removed like 8
Oh,
people.
oh, I see, I see. Alright, well, let's get it cracking. Let's get it started.
Let me start it, please. I need to leave.
Wait, who is that?
Mugify.
So switch,
Oh, okay.
just switch Muckify with either Marth or Nick.
Dude, let me go with Marth. Let me go with Marth. Wait, Marth is here?
Let him,
Probably
let
switch
him
it
fight
with
me.
No, Marth left.
Yeah, let's do Nick. Fuck it, whatever.
All right. We're almost ready. Almost
I guess I'll
ready.
put you on the first match
Yeah, please.
against Satoshi.
Yo, McMuffin, I can't wait to shoutcast you getting shit on by all these crummy ass PvP players. All right, you're gonna get dumpstered.
You're gonna like me on
Absolute
fucking fire.
dumpstered.
Make sure to kill him, okay?
You put me against a warlock?
Oh, that's true.
You know that movie Troy when they drag that dead body around? That's literally gonna be me.
Oh god, if Cannibal wins against you, I'm fucked. Okay.
Well, I ain't winning against a lock.
I think I've convinced them.
So first of all, make sure to pay the 10 go to Mac, because that's gonna go to the prize pool. I don't know if we're doing the same 500 go prize pool now, because we lost like 10 people or something. So we might only do like 300 gold. I'm not sure how much you got, Mac. How is that looking?
We can do a like a
Let's get-
350 prize pool,
All right, let's see what shakes out here.
and then I don't know how we're gonna distribute it in first, second, and third though.
Yeah. Oh, that still looks good. It's gold, so don't complain, guys. Fuck you. Okay, so did everyone read the rules? Because there's some stuff there that's banned, and I don't want to just pause the duels because of it.
Why don't we do 200, 150?
That's fine.
You fucking idiot. You sabotaged me.
Could be the best
Everyone
Just
that did
announcing
so
known to
got
man.
kicked.
We're gonna mute Discord when we're doing it though. And I will show the bracket.
I don't get why none of the mages joined. I mean, they're
I
lost.
know, right?
Basically free money to them.
And warlock?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
a free win.
I talked to him. He said he might be working, so he doesn't know if he could even.
Yeah, he couldn't come.
Yeah.
If there's a
At least
change to the
Riz
bracket
one
here,
couldn't come, but the rest they didn't give a shit.
Riz.
Alright, well, why
That's
don't we
kinda
start? Cannibal and KSYM?
Yeah.
Is Cannibal and Kason?
No, the first duo is Mugfi and Satoshi.
Come on,
Oh, wait,
Satoshi.
did you change this again?
Yeah, I mean, Mugfi was like in the in the round 2 thing, so I just put him in the first 2 in case he loses to Satoshi.
All right.
Which he will.
Looks like we got our first round. It's gonna be Muckify versus Satoshi.
Because you suck, Mugfy. So
We're gonna be muting Discord, and we'll get ready to go here. See if this is a interesting, fairly non-matched up match. Muckify and most likely no PvP gear. Satoshi changing over, as you can see. Let's see if we can get a little zoom in here action. A little play-by-play. And going with the shrink technique. All right, drinking some consumables to make himself a little bit smaller. And very tiny now. That little tiny hitbox, so he's gonna stuff. Oh boy. Really tiny rogue versus gigantic fat warrior. We'll see what happens here. McMuffin has absolutely no chance. We're gonna put money on it right now that Satoshi gonna sneak up a little bit back. I guess he gets the opener and gets a quick sap there. A little incapacitation. Playing around with Muckify. We'll see what happens next. Muckify is just gonna hang out. He's already got crippling poison and a cheap shot for more stuns. Satoshi getting ready to go on to his next opener. See what that may be. Or he's just gonna toy with him while he's getting some energy up. Opens with a nice backstab. Goes back into another sap. He's a little gouged, a little more incapacitation. Crippling poison really doing some work here. Kidney shot again, back to being stunned. Satoshi gets netted up. Muckify not doing much. Vanish takes place. Muckify still getting dumped on here. Muckify trying to get into range. Muckify is slowly and surely just trying to gain some space here, but that clearly won't help out too much. Satoshi closing that gap real quick. And that's all she wrote. Muckify down at numero uno in the bracket. Satoshi with the win. Picking it up to move on to the next round, which will be round 2 against Mackinmarsh when he gets there. But up next, we are going to have Cannibal versus Nick, unless we are doing 2 rounds here, which I was not listening to. We are actually doing a best of 3 from the looks of it. So please hold on that thought. It was just the first one where the rogue does get the opener. I pulled up the rules, which may have helped if we had looked at that beforehand. But they will be doing a best out of 3 here. The first one in which Toshi did indeed get a free opener. Pop of smoke getting everybody squared back to round 1 here. The dual flag has been put down and off we go. Waiting for them to accept. Space has been cleared out here. Everybody kind of hopping around. Toshi now back invisible. I don't think he gets a free opener this time, so Muckify will indeed get bludgeoned. Toshi getting a crippling poison, followed by another sap. Or incapacitate, I should say. Muckify just getting crippling poisoned like a champ here. Once applied, always very nasty. He did get a couple good hits in though. Satoshi taking some damage. Satoshi building up some energy here, getting back ready. He does have wounds on. He does kind of daze around Muckify, who's going to try to get some cleaves in. Parrying nicely, but I think this is just a little bit one-sided here. Muckify is not going to do much of anything, and that's all she wrote. Muckify down, so she picks up the second win. Muckify's like, yo, I'm out of here. I'm dipping. We're hearthing. That is all he wrote. Round uno. Out he goes. So long. Satoshi moving on. Round 2 to fight Mackinmarsh once he gets there. Next up, we'll have Cannibal versus Nick. We'll bring up the lovely chart here so everybody at home can follow along. I'll do a little monitor 2. There you go. That's what we have coming up next. We'll have Cannibal, the Warlock, versus Nick, the Hunter. And we'll switch back over to gameplay here very shortly once we get ready to go for round number 1 between Cannibal and Nick, the Hunter. Cannibal going with the imp technique. Interesting. Was not expecting that. We're going to have a little pet on pet action. A little wolf versus imp. We'll see what takes place here. Both gaining out their space. Hunters, of course, want to be in a range of which they can pew 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 and not be too close, but we'll see what takes place. It starts off with a nice little discombobble into a freezing trap. Imp doing some work though. See if Nick aims to go with the aim shot against the imp. See how that plays out. Or imp one-shotted. Feels bad. Got an immolate coming out. And Nick gonna start taking some burning damage here. We'll see what Cannibal decides. Oh, going with the drain life and see ya. Adios. Warlock, round 1, picking it up. Cannibal taking the first win. Cannibal now resummoning his imp to get ready for the second of best out of 3 here. Everybody drinking up. Everybody healing up. Little life tap. Putting some buffs on. They're ready to duel. I was just going straight in at 1,000 health short. Very interesting. Very interesting. Was not expecting. Okay, he's not ready yet. We're just dueling. Getting that health back up. He should get in here. Seeing what he's doing. Maybe just eyeballing. All right, off we go. Aim shots coming in. He does have some curses on him. Both, okay. Well, we'll feign. We'll see what happens next. Just, fear in the pet. Going with the drain life technique. Another immolate coming out. Hunter may be giving this one. Oh no! Cannibal does indeed stay alive. Those ticks were disgusting. A little pop, 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 and off he goes. Nick, see ya. Round 1 out for Nick. Cannibal taking the win. So our next matchup between round 2 will be Tisha versus Cannibal, and we will hop over with our newly updated bracket here in just one moment, with Nick the Hunter going out. Should update very briefly here. Waiting on Tisha, of course, to do the update bracketing in the background. But next up, we will have Big Papa Smoke versus Master Keith. Well, Druid and Hunter combo. Big Papa has left the raid group. Not sure what that's about. Uncertain. Uncertain. I do not see him. Where may he have gone? Are you going with the opener? Wow, I was not prepared for this. Saw the duel come down. We were not even in game yet, so my apologies. They started out real quick. There was no warning on this. Big Papa switching back and forth between Bear and a little balance here, getting some dots to heal. It's all targeted up. He's got slow shot, concussive shot. He's getting 100 marked. He's not even gonna be able to close the gap. Master Keith is, oh, nice little bear charge here. Let's see if anything can happen here. Big Papa switches over, gets a good heal in. Master Keith opting to go with some melee while he's in close range. Gets a little confusion out there on Big Papa, trying to clear that off. A little bit of a daze, trying to gain some ground. Charges back in. Getting some swipes in here. Very nice. Master Keith trying to do some damage with that pole arm. Now he's trying to do some runaway. He's currently diagonizing roared. We'll see. Big Papa, the bad. Oh, he's now almost out of mana. He's down to 5%, and he is now almost completely owned. But Big Papa taking a lot of damage here. He does get a regrowth off. We'll see if he can continue on. This pet is doing a lot of work, though. However, Big Papa Smoke. Oh, decides to switch back in, going back to the regrowth after a war stomp. Master Keith trying to gain some ground here, going with a Moonfire, trying to catch back up on back. Just switch backs over to bear form. Just getting run around. Getting chomped on by that wolf. He is closing the gap, though. Master Keith out of mana. Nothing else to really do here. He is probably most likely going to go down very shortly. Big Papa staying on him. He does get confused once again. A little scatter shot. Disorientated. Does go back into the charge. Another swipe. And that's it. Big Papa Smoke taking the first of West out of 3. Very well done. Only down to 30% mana, but that was quite the challenge here between the two of them. Very well done. As resting up here, so currently 1-0 Big Papa Smoke over Master Keith, but we shall see what the next round will bring us. That was a very well fought. Just a little bit strong to be able to switch back and forth between bear form with that closed gap ability, as well as the regrowth picking, while trying to close that gap on that hunter. Just waiting for round 2 to start here. Seems that we are all ready to go. Dual flag has been challenged. Put down. Back into feral kitty form we go for Big Papa Smoke. Master Keith waiting patiently. Does get the opener. He's bleeded up. We'll see what happens. Disorientated into a frost trap. This is where Master Keith will now be able to gain some ability and just go ham here real quick. Get some shots off. A lame shot. Regrowth did get off though into bear form. He is dazed, but that does not matter as a bear. He gets off another big heal rejuve. Master Keith trying to see what he can do to gain some space. Does get a Serpent Sting out to slow him down into a multi-shot. Back into a concussive shot. Hunter Mark is doing some work here, but is it going to be enough? Regrowth trying to get off here, and he does get it off. Switchbacks in, balance form. Nope, gonna Moonfire, gonna War Stomp that stupid wolf, causing a lot of problems. Trying to get there, did get dazed, back into a concussive shot. Trying to close that gap. He does get there. One big swing. Gets another regrowth off. Going for a big healing touch. Can he do it? No, he cannot. Healing touch did not go off in time. 1-1. Big Papa Smoke versus Master Keith. Going for that best out of 3. This will be the tie-breaking between the two of them to see who will move on to face Kaysen the Rogue. Big Papa gaining back his mana here, getting ready for round 3 versus Master Keith. Right, seems to be at 100%. Waiting for that challenge flag to go down. There it is. Starting off in bear form this time. Right into freezing trap. Master Keith trying to get his distance here. Start getting in some aim shots and multi-shots. Doing some damage as much as he can. While in bear form, Big Papa trying to close that gap, which he does successfully do. Master Keith still laying in the damage though. Big Papa trying to keep up. Which is back into balance, not back into bear. Did not seem to get a regrowth off or any rejuves. Still just trying to catch up to him. Master Keith doing what hunters do, run around in circles the best that he can. He does get stunned up here, or slowed at least from the looks of it. Big Papa switching back over to balance, does go for the War Stomp into regrowth, does not matter, gets splatted by Master Keith. And that is going to be a 2-1 pickup for Master Keith the Hunter, moving on to go against Kaysen Rogue for round 2. And we're going to switch over to our brackets here real quick. keep everybody up to date. We're gonna wait for that last update for Master Keith, moving on to face Kaysen the Rogue. And then next up, we'll have Mac and Marsh Warrior versus Satoshi the Rogue. Satoshi had a very easy 2-0 pickup against Muckify. Nothing to knock against Muckify, but PvP did not seem to be his strong suit. That first round 1 loss to Satoshi. Well, things may have gone a little screwy here. It looks like for whatever reason we got Mac going against Big Papa, which is very confusing to me unless the bracket is not up to date, and I apologize for that. We'll get back into it. But Mac and Marsh taking on Big Papa for what seems to be the first event of round 1 instead of against Satoshi, which maybe due to players they decided to update this so that everybody could properly have more than enough chances at playing everybody. But or we're just kind of taking some time before we do the next one. But let's see if there is indeed an updated bracket. That looks like the one that we had was the most up to date, so it should be Mac and Marsh versus Satoshi next. And here we go. All right. First one of round 2. Mac and Marsh versus Satoshi. Will Rogue with an opener against the Warrior. We'll see if he fares any better against Mac and Marsh, if he's faring any better against Satoshi versus Muckify did in round 1. But let's see how things shake out here. Like we were waiting to accept, and there is the opener, Satoshi. Tapping real quick, getting poisons on, seeing what he can do here. Not poisoned yet, though. Interesting. Mac knows how to play against this, though. Kidney shotted and crippled poison, though. Satoshi trying to play this smart. Mac seems to be just patiently waiting this out here. It does get opened on, gets bludgeoned. Got a lot of health, though. 5,300. A lot of stamina. Satoshi patiently waiting for that rage to regen up. Energy, I should say. Mac breaking free, gets netted right away, though. Sitting at half health. Oh, they decide to net each other. A little awkward. Goes with a vanish here. Goes back into an opener. You know, Mac is playing this out, though. He's not looking too good. Exposed armor and kidney shotted. He's just getting beat up right now. Oh, it does pop a heal. Doesn't seem to be helping, though. And round 1 of our round 2 is going to Satoshi, picking up the win on Mac and Marsh. For the first win out of 3 in our first round 2 event. Give a second for everybody to get caught up here. Back to full health, full energy. Waiting for that dual flag to go down. We're going for the second of our round 2 battle between Mac and Marsh and Satoshi. Dual flag has been challenged. We are ready to go here. Open her up. Well, I'm going to go to sleep here by the Rogue. Mac's just going to be hanging out. Feeling that bludgeon, waiting for those crippling poisons to get going here. Stabby stab, as Rogues do. Mac not taking too much damage to start. Satoshi doing his best here to start loading them up. Mac trying to break free. Got some battle chickens going here. Some more battle chickens. We got some servants out. Satoshi is doing what Satoshi does best. Run around, try to get out of this. Shrink Ray. Mac and Marsh. We got everything going on here. We got battle chickens. Oh, there goes the help. We got a little shield slam stun going on here. Satoshi. Mac and Marsh very tiny. Satoshi still sitting at low health, though. Mac looking okay. Battle chickens just battling each other. Staying away from it. Satoshi waiting for that to expire perhaps. Does get charged back in on by Mac and Marsh. Satoshi will go down. 1-1 for our first round 2 battle out here between Mac and Marsh and Satoshi. Battle chickens have been used though. Not be available for round 3. Waiting for everybody to accurately get healed up. Max ready to go. Satoshi also looks ready to go. Battle chickens also still look ready to go. We'll see how round 3 plays out here between Mac and Marsh and Satoshi. You'll see who will move on to the semifinals after this win. Patiently waiting. Challenge flag has been dropped. Here we go. Round 3 for the tiebreaker between this 1-1 tie between Mac and Marsh and Satoshi. Not many trinkets are most likely going to be popped here since they seem to have gone through quite a few in the last one. But this is for all the marbles now. 1-1, Mac and Marsh, Satoshi. Satoshi making some distance here. A little invis. Mac hopping around. Had him targeted for a minute, but no longer does. Does get an opener. Same approach as before. A little bludgeon. Ready to open up. Kidney stabs. Bleeds. All the fun things that rogues like to do. Mac seems to be holding his ground right now. Does get chunked pretty good for some of these white damage auto attacks. Satoshi back into vanish. Little sprint. With a distract. Mac doing what he can to hold his ground here. Currently just getting stabbed in the back. Quarter health. Running low. Satoshi keeping him busy. See if Mac can come back from this deficit. Not looking very good. And down he goes. Satoshi does pick up the win to move on to the semifinals. Mac and Marsh dropping in round 2. Satoshi 2-1. I have an updated bracket here shortly, and up next we are going to be having Bane Hollow versus Ares. Well, enhanced Shaman representation here against a Rogue. We'll see what can happen. Bane does indeed get to get his totems down prior to duel. We'll be switching back over here after this bracket is updated, which will take place shortly, but let's hop into it since they look to be getting ready to go here. A little dancing around. Bane looks to be committed at going at 70-something%, but see what happens. Yeah, cheer for my fellow shaman, you know, shaman in arms here. Waiting patiently for the start. Not sure what we're waiting on, but we're waiting patiently. Duel has been challenged. Bane going with Steering Totem, Stone Skin, Poison Cleansing, and Grace of Air. Very nice approach. He is going against a Rogue. Extra agility will help with the crit. Searing Totem should help with some extra damage. Poison, of course, to cleanse off any poisons that this Rogue may go for. Got a fat cow jumping in our way. Apologize for that. Well, incapacitation with some bludgeon. Yeah, an opener. Ares getting hit by Storm Strike here. Trying to clear out the totems, so he's going one by one while he is distracted, which feels very bad as a shaman, but that's okay. Bane gonna try to get back in here. Does do some damage. Oh, he's got a dagger out. I'm gonna have to inspect afterwards which dagger he went with here for this duel. Aries getting chunked right now. Bane back to being E mode. Watching that tick, tick, tick along with poisons. Aries getting blasted by that Flame Nova totem. And gets lightning bolted. Bane picking up the win. So while we have a second here, let's see what Bane has. We're going to inspect. We did not look earlier with Daggers Joe. He's going with the Gore Ripper. Very nice. Let's head back up to our perch. Now that we know who has what, Bane back to totems being down. Drinking up here. It was a very smart move by Ares in the first round to go for the totems right off the bat, since that has a very strong suit of the Shaman enhanced class. But between the Storm Strike and all the other abilities that Shamans have, got real nasty real quick for Ares. But we'll see what round 2 between these two happens to hold. Flag has been issued. We're now at those totems again. All incapacitated. Searing Totem getting in some damage, but not much. All 4 totems down. Feels bad. Bane with some openers. Going with the shield and dagger technique here. Fire Nova Totem doing a lot of work. Netted. 4 daggers. Lightning shield back on. Trying to create some distance, and that's all she wrote. Bane picking up 2-0 versus Ares. Moving on to go to the semifinals against Satoshi, another rogue. Okay, we got Tisha, another Shaman, coming up against Cannibal the Warlock from round 1, which had a handily win over Nick the Hunter. Get going here very shortly for our third round 2 battle between Tisha and Cannibal. Tisha, in this case, unlike Bane, is full Ellie, so we expect to see a lot of casts here. Not so much trying to get in there with Wind Fury procs, but we shall see what Tisha's technique here is against a Warlock. Waiting for Cannibal to get down there to fight. And while we have a second here, our bracket is up to date. See what is upcoming. Up next after this will be Kaysen versus Master Keef, who won in round 1. Looks like our Warlock is getting ready to hop down into the pit, so let's hop back into the action here. See if Tisha goes with Totems approach or no Totems approach. Flag has been dropped. Tisha also opting to go for some totems here, placed right on top of each other. Very nice. Lightning Bolt is cursed up and feared. Cannibal also opting to go for totems. Shadow Bolted. Immolate Chain Lightning coming in. Got silenced. Or decided to cancel it. Not looking too great. Does get off a final heal. Little life tap coming in. Chain Lightning. Drain life. Goes with a big boy heal. More drain life. Goes with the grenade. Lightning Bolt coming in. Lightning Bolt seals the deal. Tisha picking up the first round win. dancing bear action going on here. Waiting for everybody to get healed up. Demon Ardor Arm. We got some first aid taking place, which doesn't seem to be doing anything. Because he first aided the wrong guy. See if we can get a heal in here. There we go. And I fell, so that's awkward. Tisha getting his totems down. Very difficult to keep track of everything running sideways up this ramp, but we'll get there. Tisha starting off with lightning bolt again. A good chain and lightning bolt in. Proc right afterwards. Another lightning bolt. Oh, there is no chance you are going to get anything going on here. Drain life, and that's it. He did indeed get a hand of the Edward the Odd proc, and so long. That's all she wrote. 2-0, Tisha. Instant cast. Chain lightning. Very tough, followed by 2 lightning bolts. A lot of output damage. That will then queue up Tisha moving on to the semifinals. Next up, we will have Kaysen versus Master Keith. Master Keith already in the pit, ready to go. Kaysen seems to be just hanging out here. Not ready to go. Looks like we're all squared away here. Kaysen versus Master Keith for our third round, or fourth round 2 game. Also, we'll be moving on to the semifinals, depending on who picks up what here. Master Keith patiently waiting. Wolf patiently attacking. Kaysen's approach here is just going to beat up on the wolf. Oh, he's distracted. Can't do much against that sap. Say goodbye to your pet. All right. Well, pet down. Not good. Into a freezing trap. Aim shots going off here. Ulti shot. Going soon to a vanish. Pops flare. Not in the right location though. Kaysen biding his time. Down 1200 health, but still in pretty good shape here. Gonna be tough with that flare. He's flared. He's first aiding. Got disorientate out. Also got distracting shotted, so everybody up into a freezing trap. Trying to gain some distance here. Probably back into another aim shot. A multi-shot. And that's all she wrote. Kaysen, see ya. So long. Round 1 done. Master Keith taking the win. Reviving his poor pet. Be very tough to overcome for Kaysen here. See what his approach changes in the second round. Master Keith gaining some mana back. Kaysen seems ready to go. 91% for Master Keith. Almost there. Running his pet. Back to full. Waiting for that mana to tick back to full. We're going to have round 2 of our last round 2 fight between Kaysen and Master Keith. Dual flag has been initiated. No free opener this time, I do believe, based off of rules. Master Keith patiently waiting. Gets distracted. Jason just going to town here this time. Decides to go for the hunter. Nice feigned death instead of going for the pet this time. Freezing trap is down. Everybody is circling it. Sprint to try to catch up to him. Oh, he gets freezing trapped. Did do quite a chunk of damage though, but let's see what takes place here. Wolf doesn't seem to be doing much of anything. Master Keef does take a lot of damage here. Again, pretty close. Parried. Wolf just doing too much work, getting dazed in the back here. Asen, not much options here other than just getting chomped in the back. Does get distracting shotted. Back into a freezing trap. Just getting huntered here. Aim shot coming in probably by multi-shot. Not even needed. Master Keith picking up the 2-0. Picking up the 2-0 against Kaysen. That means our updated bracket will be as follows. Let's switch over to that real quick here. So up next will be Satoshi versus Bane, followed by Tisha versus Master Keith. To see winner goes to the final here. Of course, on the line is a little bit of chunk of change. I do believe first place is 200, second place is 100, third is 50. If I'm not mistaken. So not at all, you know, just for bragging rights here. There is some collateral on the line, but we got Bane now against Satoshi. Let's hop back into it. They look ready to go here. Just waiting for that flag to drop. See if Bane can keep the shaman hopes alive here and maybe a shaman output in the final, depending on if both of them can move on. But let's see what takes place here first, whether or not Satoshi can take down Bane. Of course, just a reminder here that Bane is indeed enhancement, unlike Tisha, who was a elemental shaman. So a little bit different playstyle. Totem still important here. Bane drinking up, wants to become a skeleton, make himself a little bit harder to hit here. Satoshi also went with the I'm gonna drink until I'm very tiny approach. As you can see, just this little tiny speck of a rogue running around on the screen. Here we go. Bane, waiting patiently to get opened on. Does indeed get opened. Totems, goodbye. It was very nice to know you all four are down. Went with Fire Shock to start off, followed by a Frost Shock. Bane trying to do work here, but Satoshi just a little slippery. We'll find out. Bane does pop indeed Lightning Shield. Satoshi gets a distract out, going with first aid. Let's see if Bane can pull anything off here, like an instant heal if he's got one in his back pocket. Not looking good. He's now incapacitated. Bludgeon just going to be ticking away here. Oh, he's actually got sapped. That's okay. Either way, that's it. That's all she wrote. Satoshi picks up the first one. Bane just could not find enough to do enough damage there or get a way to heal himself after the first initial opener. Did a very good job at trying to get Satoshi almost down. Almost had him there, but he was able to slip out, bandage back up, and that will be a 1-0 for Satoshi. Wait for both of these players to drink back up here before hopping into the second round between Satoshi and Bane. Totems going back down. Satoshi still very small, very tiny. Waiting for that recently bandage to drop off though, of course, so that he can then bandage again if need be in this fight. Bane's going to be drinking up here after putting on Wind Fury and Lightning Shield. Waiting patiently for that 11%. Dual flag is initiated. Incapacitated, a little sap action here. Totems back down, unfortunately. All gone, removed up, cleaned. Toshi opening up on Bane. Netted. Still has probably 1 point of lightning shield up here. Opts to drop for some trinkets. Adding some help. Big fire nova. Toshi vanishing back out, trying to close the gap. Bane's still in very good health. Did get disorientated though, but these helpers are just all over Satoshi, trying to do some work. Goes with sprint. Getting a lot of damage done here. Iron grenade doing a lot of damage. Can Bane make a way through? He does. Bane picks it up. 1-1. 1-1. Very well played. Got the tiebreaker coming up here. Wait for everybody to recharge here, and we'll have our tiebreaker to see who will move on to the finals. Four totems back down, but they have not made it through at any openers here, so not very good. Tough life, shaman life, but patiently waiting here. Dual flag is down. See what happens here. Bane patiently waiting. Gets opened on. Still looking good. Satoshi waiting for his next move here. This dual flag is in a terrible spot, so we're going to move this way a bit. Bane not being able to get much done here. Lightning shield is now off. Satoshi just going ham here. Bane's going to need a big boy heal if he gets out of this one. Lots of grenades getting chucked here. Lesser healing wave got interrupted. Nice kick by Satoshi. Bane in trouble now. Fire Nova does go off, but he's not going to be able to get another heal in. And that is going to pick it up. 2-1. Satoshi moving on to the final round. We'll see who decides to go up against him, but very well played by Bane. Just could not seem to get past that couple barrage of rogueness there from Satoshi. Very hard to overcome. But that will lead us to our next round, which will be Tisha versus Master Keef. We will hop over here to our updated brackets while we wait for everybody to heal up. As you can see, Satoshi moving on. That'll now be coming up. Tisha versus Master Keef. Well, Ellie Shaman versus Hunter action. We'll see what takes place. And we're going to move back over here. And we're going to flip back into game. Since they are getting ready to go here. Dual flag is down. Tisha is drinking up though, however. Waiting to get to full. Very nice totem placement. All on top of each other. Makes it a little bit more difficult for targeting. But we'll see if our hunter friend here has a macro for taking out those totems or not, which is the most annoying thing from a Shaman's perspective here, that macro to our totem. We'll see what takes place here. Flag is down, waiting for both to accept. Tisha dancing gracefully. Not sure what the holdup here is. Tisha replacing his totems though. All right, looks like we're ready to go here. Disorientating shot does indeed, or scatter shot I should say, does indeed cancel that totem. Tisha does hop out of the freezing trap. Again, try to get a lightning bolt out here, followed by a chain lightning. Another lightning bolt to follow. Just a battle of man versus man here. Who can get in? Dobbs out of the way of that. Does get a heal off and follows it up with an earth shock, and see ya. Round 1 going to Tisha. Very well fought between the two of them. Tisha just upper handed here with that chain lightning volley followed by lightning bolt into earth shock, and just that output a little bit too strong for the hunter to take. We'll see if round 2 goes any better for Master Keith. Otherwise, we will have a rogue shaman final. Flag is down. Tisha ready here. 91% mana. Let's see if he drinks up before starting or not. Lightning bolt. Followed by... Oh, he got concussed. Let's see. Lightning bolt, chain lightning, feigned death. Gets back up to dodge. Tisha taking a lot of damage. Just getting instant cast heal off. Another lightning bolt. He is getting dazed in the back though. Throws a grenade to stun. Followed by lightning bolt. See, does he have enough damage to follow it up? He does. Followed by a free cast Edward the Odd. Chain lightning. And see ya. That's all she wrote. Tisha picks up the 2-0. And he'll be moving on to fight Satoshi for our finals. And we'll switch over to our new updated bracket here. Satoshi going against Tisha in all that matters. The finals. The 9th spot Rogue versus the 2nd place Tisha. Let's see who gets the big win. That will be the important part here for all of the marbles and the monies. The gold is the important part. Toshi hopping into the arena. Waiting for Tisha to also hop into the arena. Currently drinking up. And we'll switch back over here once everybody's ready to go for the best of 3 for the finals. And we'll see who wins. And we'll switch back over here. Everybody seems to be caught up on drinking. Waiting for Tisha to hop down to the pit. Toshi's already in there. And we'll be good to go. Waiting for Tisha to catch back up on mana here after healing up Bane. But this will be for all she wrote. Welcome, Zert. Yo, yourself. You are just in time for the final round of our Guild PvP tournament. We have a matchup between Satoshi, a rogue, Tisha, a shaman. Oh, no problem. Nope. Welcome. All right, dual flag has been initiated. Or I don't think this is actually between. Oh, Bane and Master Keith here seem to be dueling up, but now they are in the way. Not sure why, unless we're doing something for losers match, which very well may be. So let's keep an eye on this. Bane doing some work here. A fire totem just. Oh well, never mind that. 100. Get 100, I guess. That's how that worked out. Oh, all right. Are we ready here for our finals? I'm ready for our finals. I don't know what Tisha's doing. I'm not in Discord. Somebody said good duel. Hopefully this is it. Welcome to the hype. Tisha needs mana. This is just painful. Let's get going here, boys. All right, we got a Elemental Shaman versus a Rogue. We'll see what takes place between Satoshi and Tisha for the finals. Tisha getting on his lightning shield. Could be drinking up. Getting his totems down first. Drinking. We're almost there. We're almost ready to go. Moned up. Dual flag has been placed. Incapacitated. See what Tisha's got. Goodbye totems. Feels bad. Still incapacitated. Satoshi just patiently waiting this out. Does start his opener. Tisha just stunned up. Bled up. Poisoned up. Gets a heal off. Gets at least one totem down before he gets disorientated. Mithril Dragon Pet casted. Tisha trying to do what he can. Chain Lightning coming out. Fire Nova Tota going off. Back to being sapped though, however. He's poisoned and gouged. Taking a lot of damage. Interrupt on that instant heal. Does get it off though. Hammering him in the face. Gets another totem down. Gets some Fire Nova Totem while slowed up, fired up, lightninged up. Tisha with the 1-0 win over Satoshi. Strong place here by this Elemental Shaman. Very tough. Does have a hammer though, but I'm interested if he's weapon swapping, so we're gonna inspect here real quick. He does indeed have Edward the Odd out. Oh, it is indeed a mace. For some reason I thought it was a dagger. That's okay, but that's why. Very hard to overcome that hand of Edward the Odd. Healed up, lightninged up, totems down, getting ready to drink. Round 2 coming up here. Tisha, totems down. Patiently waiting. Toshi also patiently waiting. More totems down, waiting for Tisha to drink up here to be at 100% before we start. Drinking up here. Ready for round 2 of our finals here very shortly. Dual flag has been put down. Waiting for Satoshi to open here. And he does indeed opens. Gets rid of Searing Totem, Poison Totem, Grace of Air Totem, and last but not least, the Strength Totem. All down. Satoshi. Seeing what he can do here against Tisha. Tisha trying his best here. Gets down, misses a stomp. Fire Nova Totem does go off. Clips for almost half the health on Satoshi. Satoshi getting beat up here currently. Tisha taking a lot of damage. Tisha not looking good with these poisons in so long. Good open. 1-1 is the current count between Tisha and Satoshi. Finals living up to all that the hype thought it would be between Satoshi the Rogue and Tisha the Elemental Shaman. Let's speed this along a bit by getting some heals in here. All right. Dope is dead. Not sure where, but we'll give him okay. Somebody got him. Very interesting. Okay, how's Tisha doing on mana? Good. Satoshi, how you doing? Good. Totems are down. Drinks are up. Waiting for that lovely dual flag to come down. Okay. Totem's down. Lightning shield's on. Totem is placed. A dual stick has been dropped. Flag is waving in the air. Let's see what takes place here. 1-1 again for all those you watching at home. In Tisha and Satoshi. Has not accepted yet though. There we go. All right. Invis. Little sprint action. Poison falls off. Satoshi now getting around to getting rid of the totems. Incapacitated for a little bit longer here for Tisha. Satoshi, flame shocked. Watching that health tick away. Fire Nova Totem going down. Stomp. Lightning bolt. Wow. Well, that's all she wrote. Get stomped on. This is what happened there. War stomped into lightning bolt, chain lightning. Tisha picks up the win. 2-1. We gotta look at the rules. Yeah, it's pre-placed totems is indeed a little bit rough. Part of the rule set for this was indeed that you can place out totems though ahead of time. But I would agree that it's a little rough on those classes going against them based off the fact they have to clear them out, and that does indeed take some time, and kind of gives a little bit of the advantage to the shaman. But that is indeed in the rule set for this tournament in particular. So. Okay, back into it. Opener, Tisha. Totem's going down here. Gonna move over a bit since they seem to be fighting on this side, so I apologize for the bad camera angle, but other people are kind of in the way, and we kind of want to just be on the action here. Tisha getting lit up. Currently still has 2 totems down, though. Battle Chicken is out. Cleansing Totem is out. Battle Chicken doing some work here. Tisha gets disorientated. Tisha hope for some procs. Dorian Grenade going out. Chain Lightning going out. Still trying to get some procs. Fire Nova Totem goes off and yikes. That's it. I would agree. Gives tons of advantage to indeed the shaman. I would 100% agree. That is why the first round of everyone against Rogues had a pre-placed opener, but or pre-opener I should say, but with totems being down, that does indeed make it a little rough. Yeah, let's take a look here, see if we have any updated brackets. Does not seem to be. Not sure if we're set here, not set here. Very confused. I'm not in Discord, so I don't know what's taking place. Tisha is currently doing back, though. So let me check a status on this. I don't know if they're continuing to go. We've got totems down. Oh, Nick is currently dueling Tisha, I guess just for the fun of it. Does get a distracting shot off. Searing Totem doing some work here. War Stomped. Chain Lightninged. Fire Nova Totemed. Lightning Bolt. Lightning Bolt. Oh, that feels real bad. I think bracket is Tisha's our winner of this. Nick has left the raid group. Tisha smartly runs out of the arena after Nick tries to pull a quick one on him. But I think that's all she wrote. So I think our final bracket here seems to be Satoshi in second, Tisha in first. So well done for all of them. That wraps up the duels as far as I know. Guess we'll res this poor guy on the ground. We can't, but that's okay. Big Papa Smoke doing out Envy here. We got a lot of people doing a lot of people. That guy's dead. Big Papa Smoke getting disorientated with scatter shot. Envy trying to do what he can do. These rejuves and regrowths and just all that. No interrupt coming in. Nope, maybe. Nope. Not enough. Big Papa trying to lay down the law here. Switching to kitty form. Get some swipes out here. Envy is now in trouble since he's absolutely out of mana. Throws a grenade. Barely does anything. Hoping his pet can do some work here. Running by. Big Papa just keeps on trucking though. It's going to be very tough. Still got 39% mana. Gets a regrowth off. Followed by a rejuve. He is wing clipped, but I don't think that's going to matter. Envy now in trouble here. Under that Moonfire. Down to 500. Big Papa staying tough. 6-8% mana. Gonna be a battle out here, but ultimately, nice feigned death move. Trying to get up to him, but the big hammer swing coming in from Big Papa Smoke. That's all she wrote. Sign it up. I think that just about does it for everything here. I'm gonna check and chat here. Before we move on. Okay. That's it. What we got? That's the tourney. All summed up. Winner Tisha. Second place Satoshi. Third place doesn't matter. You're not going to be remembered anyways. But good for them. Well put together. Thanks for those that came out. Good job, Tisha and Mac, putting this together. I know it's a pet baby of your guys's, so good to you. Hopefully next duel tournament as a bigger show up. But all those that participated, well done. Once again, Tisha taking first, Satoshi second. Congratulations on everybody for doing everything you did. I'm Dino. That's it. Short stream tonight. We're just covering this. We'll be back at it Tuesday after traveling for Molten Core and Ani. Thursday this week coming up will be Blackwing Lair, our first walkthrough of it. So hook us up with a follow if you're interested. You can follow me on Twitter at Dinobrutalityx. You can also follow me on here. Throw that little follow that bad boy. Thanks for hanging out. We're going to throw up our away screen here. All the details are on there if you're interested. If not, no problems. Thanks for hanging. Thanks for chilling. Hope everybody has a good night. And we'll see you next time. Don't forget, please keep your arms, hands, and legs inside the vehicle at all time. The dinosaurs around here are a little rowdy. Take it easy, friends. Have a good night.